All right, welcome. This is yoga. So if you have a block and some kind of strap, a ring, a loop band, have that near you. We're going to start on our block, sitting on the block, or you can sit on a pillow or something to just raise you up. Cross your legs in a comfortable seated position. If it's not comfortable to cross your legs, you could take them to the side and start rolling through your shoulders. We're going to start moving your breath with your shoulders. Wherever you came in with your breath today, let it move with your shoulders. Inhaling on the way up and exhaling on the way down. And start letting your spine move a little bit, but it's more of an isolation through the shoulders than a spine movement. But if the spine naturally wants to move, go ahead and let it. Good, just feeling into that breath. Maybe feeling where you might have some tension or some resistance. Try to breathe into it consciously and exhale it out. And now just reverse the direction of those shoulder circles. But still inhaling when the shoulders come up and exhaling when they go down. Now try to start taking those shoulder circles a little bit faster while still moving with the breath. Let your spine move just a little bit more. Good. And now we're going to start adding some twist into this. So now twist to the side. Inhale, twist to the side. Exhale, round it back to the center. So we're going to twist both directions. Trying to inhale, the shoulders up, exhale down on the twist. And now you're really letting your spine move here. And those shoulders are getting into it too. Good, just about 2 more deep breaths. And come back to center. Stretch your arms out with your palms facing up. Start reaching your fingers as far as you can. Stretch your fingers and then crunch them up. Stretch your fingers and then crunch them up into a tight little ball as you just really just stretch your arms as much as you can, focusing on the hands mostly, but those arms are going to stay stretched the whole time. Those shoulders, we just loosen them up. Should be nice and open right now. Just crunching the fingers and straightening back up into it. Try to inhale, stretch the fingers, exhale, crunch, make a tight fist. Good, keep moving with that breath, 3 more breaths. Good, and now stretch your arms all the way up. Reach, 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 reach as far as you can up. Deep breath in. Exhale, let your palms touch, bring it into your heart center. We're gonna do that 5 times. Inhale, reach the arms all the way up. Stretch through the fingers. Let the palms touch at the top. Exhale, bring it down into your heart center. That's 2. Inhale, reach. Breathe. Exhale, bring it into your heart. 2 more times. Inhaling up, exhaling into your heart. And this last time, I want you to start thinking about your intention for your practice today. And bring it into your heart center. Hold that intention in your heart and your mind. Let your shoulders relax. Let your spine strengthen. your chin lift, but be parallel to the ground, and slightly just lift up the corners of your mouth. Just breathe into your intention, 5 deep breaths. And your intention could just be a feeling of well-being, could be a word or a phrase, something that benefits yourself and all beings everywhere. And on your next exhalation, place your hands onto the ground, lift your hips up. If you have that block, move it out of the way. We're going to come to the center of our mat. And then just begin rounding and arcing through your spine, feeling even deeper into your breath body. Let the shoulders move with you, let your spine move. Inhaling as you arc the spine into the belly. Exhale as you round the spine into the back. And just making those sways, those little movements along the way to get deep into your side body. Not just the front and back, but also the right and left. Good. And then the next time that you round into that cat, stay there and sway around in it. Make circles, really get deep through the back body, especially the low back. Tuck that chin into your chest. Move around here. And then whenever you're ready, just go your opposite direction. And come to neutral, curl your toes and press back into a downward facing dog. Just start walking your dog with your chin into your chest, opening up through your shoulders, nice straight spine, straight back. Walk it out, feel wherever you might feel some resistance or some tension. If this is too much blood flow to your head, come back into your cat-cow. We have 5 more deep breaths. Good, and then both feet planted onto the ground, start walking your hands back towards your feet. Place your hands onto your legs. Inhale, look up. Let the blood come a little bit more back down. Exhale, bow down. We're gonna move with the breath a few times like this. Inhaling, looking up. Exhaling, bowing down. Inhaling up. Exhaling, bowing down. 3 more times. Last one. And then slowly round up, vertebrae by vertebrae. Place your hands onto your hips, right? Feel how both hips are pointed forward. Pick up your right leg, bend that knee, put a little buoyancy in your left leg, and we're just gonna step the right leg as far forward as you can. Before you do anything with that back foot, I want you to check those hips are pointed forward. Keep your hands onto your hips, keep the hips pointed forward, and then position that back leg so that your toe is pointed out, but your hips are still pointed forward. Adjust yourself as needed, keeping both hips pointing forward. And then bring your arms up. Try to keep positioning those hips pointed forward, pushing your right leg back to be in line with your left leg, palms touching at the top. Just take about 2 more deep breaths in the warrior 1 position. Positioning those hips pointed forward, drawing the belly in. And on your next exhalation, now we're going to open up into warrior 2. Take your stance a little bit deeper. Take that back left arm like somebody's pulling it from behind you and sink a little bit lower. Draw the belly in, tuck in the tailbone. Make sure this knee points in the direction of your pinky toe. Stay here and breathe. Stretch out those fingers. Let the shoulders just reach out to both ends of the room. Let your fingers extend with them. Good, one more deep breath. On the exhalation, bend your right elbow, place it onto your right thigh. And then that left arm is just gonna stretch all the way to the other end of the room. Gazing upward, breathe. Stretch even those fingers. Good, one more deep breath. On the exhalation, let that left arm slide down the left leg and let the right arm come up. Reach all the way to the other end of the room with that right arm. Breathe through the right side body. 2 more deep breaths. And on your exhalation, both arms are going to come behind you. See if you can catch your fingers behind you. Point back forward toward the front left or right knee. And now we're going to lower the right shoulder down onto your right knee as far as you can go. Keep the elbows bent and then straighten out. Bend the elbows and straighten out. Bend and straighten. We're just resting that right shoulder on the right knee. Good, 2 more, and we're gonna keep the arms extended. Good, the next time that you have those arms long, stay there. Breathe, 5 deep breaths. Good, on your exhalation, release your arms. We're gonna come into a warrior 3 position. So this right foot is gonna stay where it's at and start bringing your left leg back up. See if you can reach it all the way off the ground. Extend your arms out. You need to kind of use something to help balance for a second. Flex the foot behind you. And then breathe. On the exhalation, lower that left leg back down to the earth. Place your hands up onto your hips for support. And then start lifting that back foot up and getting a little bit longer in a low lunge. Little taps down and up. Down and up. With that back knee down and up. Just loosening up here. We're gonna rest that knee in just a little bit. But right now we're getting some balance and strength. All right, now try to keep that knee floating off the ground. Stay here, place your right hand onto your right knee. Lift your left arm up. Take that left arm over to the right side and then back behind you. Stretch from fingertip all the way to toe. Look at something not moving, breathe. 5 deep breaths. On the exhalation, we're going to slowly bring it down. Release that back left knee down to the earth. Take a moment here. We're going to start preparing into a pigeon. Before we actually come into the pigeon, I want you to feel those hips sinking into the ground. Reach it forward and then back. Movement through the hips, through that hip flexor, especially on this left side right here. Just move forward and back. So if your block is kind of away from you, here's a good chance to kind of bring that block a little bit more closer to you as you're shifting back and forward. And just about 3 more of these shifting movements. We're going to start finding that pigeon pose. All right, now when you're ready, start finding your pigeon. Relax your back foot, heel toe your right foot over to your left side. And then start relaxing the right knee onto the ground. Maybe you want to use this block under your right hip. Sometimes it helps to just get it started. And then as you breathe and relax into it, you can move that block as much as you need to, as little or as much as you need to. All right, let's start off in the high pigeon before we come to the low pigeon. Think about your left leg, taking it over to the right side. Cross the midline of your body or just in line with the midline of your body. Good. And now come into a really high pigeon, where as high as you can reach your chin up. Should start feeling the stretch on your right hip flexor. On that side that the leg is in front. 3 more breaths here, and then we're going to slowly dynamically move down. Good. Now on your exhalation, start lowering down and then back up on the inhalation. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, bring it up. Start feeling where you feel some resistance and try to consciously send some breath into it. Maybe do a little toe wiggle on the right side to get a little bit deeper into all of those tension points. And try to start flexing your foot as much as you can. This helps protect the ligaments in your knees also when you flex your foot, especially when we're doing this kind of pigeon pose. All right, and now we're going to just try to stay down. The next time that we come down, start walking your arms out. Take your time getting here. If you want, you can remove that block if it was there. We're going to be here at least 10 deep breaths. It's going to be about 1 full minute. So just take your time, relax into it. Good, keep breathing through any resistance, surrender into it. Good, 1 more deep breath in. And on your exhalation, start walking your hands back under your shoulders. Bend your back knee, shift your hips back towards your waistline, all the way to the back. Start straightening out your front right leg. And we're gonna come so that you're walking your hands more toward your inner thigh. And we're gonna reposition the left knee so it points out and our right leg stretches out to the side. So we have that right leg out to the side, left knee bent in, we're seated onto our seat bones, nice and firmly. This right leg that was just in front, we're gonna see if we can catch the foot with our hand. If it's hard to catch it with your hand, see if you can get a block. I mean, a strap, or I'm thinking about the block. Because if your arms are super long, you could use that block. And press the left knee down. Press the left knee down with your left hand and reach toward that right leg. Breathe here, 5 more deep breaths, and then we're gonna twist into it a little bit. Good. Now on your exhalation, we're gonna keep this left knee pressing down. Place your right forearm onto the ground and see if you're gonna reach your left hand toward that right foot. Gaze upward and just breathe here, 5 deep breaths. Good. On your exhalation, slowly release, slowly unwind. Cross your legs back in front of you, and we're going to come back into the tabletop position. Find that tabletop position, start rounding and arcing. Move through your spine. Reset as you need to clear out your throat. A lot of times when you start moving your spine like this, it starts just moving everything along. And just try to help it along, help it move through you. Good, and then the next time we come into that rounded spine, curl your toes, press back into your downward facing dog. Walk your dog and feel how your right leg should feel a little bit looser than your left leg. Breathe into it. Anytime you need to, you can move back into your cat-cow. It's 5 more deep breaths here. Good, and then start walking your hands back to your feet. Place your hands onto your legs, and we're gonna go back into that breath movement. Inhaling, looking up. Exhaling, folding down. Inhaling up. Exhaling down. Good, 3 more deep breaths, and we're gonna find a standing position. And the next time that you're folded down, slowly start rounding up vertebrae by vertebrae till you come to a nice standing position. Place those hands onto your hips. And this time we're bringing the left knee up. Find your balance. Stay here, breathe for a second. And then we're gonna step that foot forward. As much as you can, find your perfect position with your hips still pointed forward, hands onto the hips. Feel those hips pointed forward, and now twist your foot and your knee. It's going to point to the same direction. If you need to, readjust so both hips are pointing forward. And then when you're ready, bring those arms up, let the palms touch, and release the outer 3 fingers. And that warrior 1 position. Good, 1 more deep breath. On the exhalation, come into the warrior 2. Let the hips and the shoulders open up. Stretch even your fingers, reposition. If you can come a little bit wider, let that back arm reach back and then sink even lower. gonna turn so I can see you guys. Good. 3 more deep breaths. Good, and on your exhalation, bend this left elbow, place your forearm onto your thigh and reach all the way through your side body. Breathe into it, stretching even those fingers, gazing upward. And on the exhalation, take that right arm, let it slide down. And then left arm reaches all the way back behind you. Stretch up through that left side body. And on your exhalation, take both arms behind you. Interlace your fingers. Start lowering your left shoulder down to your left knee. And then bending your elbows and straightening out. Bend and straighten. Just relaxing that left shoulder onto your left knee. And the next time that your arms are straight, keep them here. And just breathe here. Good. 2 more deep breaths. And on your exhalation, gently release. We're going to start finding that warrior 3 position. So all the weight stays onto your front foot. Start taking your back right leg, lifting up, flex your feet, and then stretch your arms forward. 5 deep breaths. On the exhalation, step your foot down, toes pointing forward, and then start positioning your back foot as far back as you comfortably can into a nice long runner's lunge. And then start bending and lengthening through that back leg. Repositioning as you need to get as long in that lunge as you can. 3 more times. Good. Now we're going to sink into this and place the left hand on the left knee, and the right arm comes up all the way behind you and then over to the left side. Stretching from fingertip to toe, 5 deep breaths. Good. On exhalation, slowly bring your arms down, release your back knee to the ground, and then start shifting your weight back and forward. Remember, have that block near you if you want it. This is a good time to get it near you. Good. We're just getting ready to come into that pigeon pose. And now we're going to start slowly heel toeing the left foot over to the right side. Put that block under your hip bone if you need to. We're going to slowly come into this pigeon just so we can get nice and comfortable with a proper form. So you can prop up on the left side and start heel toeing your right leg over to the left side. And then when you feel like you can't take that right leg over to the left anymore, relax that foot, and then we're going to come into our breath movements. But first we're coming into a high pigeon. Lifting up your chin, stretching all the way through the abdominals. Maybe you can even place your hands on your leg in front of you. Three more deep breaths and we'll come into that movement. And on your exhalation, we're going to start bringing our hands in line with our shoulders. And on the inhalation, we lift up. On the exhalation, we lower down. Moving with your breath. And try to start consciously focusing on flexing that foot in front of you. All right, next time that we're down, we're gonna stay down here. Maybe you don't need the block anymore, or maybe you want to use it to prop up onto with your arms. Start stretching out, get nice and deep into this, breathe, surrender into it. Keep flexing that left foot. Just surrender into this. We have 5 more deep breaths. And now slowly start placing those hands back under your shoulders, coming into a high pigeon, and then rolling back onto your hip bones. We're going to bend this right knee all the way in and extend the left leg out to the side. Excuse me. Okay, so make sure you're pressing your right knee down. As you position over towards your left leg, see if you can reach onto your foot. Maybe you want a block or a strap. Keep pressing this knee down on the right side. Press that knee down to shift you even closer to that long leg. 5 deep breaths. Feel even your torso stretching. Remember to drink a lot of water after yoga. I feel like I can't say that enough because this is like the best time after yoga to drink and flush out your system. Good, 1 more deep breath. On your exhalation, take this left arm and set it right in front of you. Take that right arm, reach it up all the way, and see if you can catch your foot. Use a strap if you need to. And then press the left hand into the ground to open you up even more. 5 deep breaths. And on your exhalation, slowly unwind yourself, cross the legs in front of you, and we're coming back into the tabletop. Move through the cat-cow, and then we'll walk our dog, just like before, but this time we get to feel how both legs are gonna feel stretched out. But first we gotta set that spine, set through the hips, make little movements. Good. And curl your toes when you're ready and press it back into your downward facing dog. Tuck that chin into your chest, walk your dog, see how you feel. Now I want you to do something with your eyeballs that I normally don't have you do. When you bend one knee, look to the opposite side, but try to just keep your chin tucked into your chest. So it's just your eyeballs moving side to side as you walk your dog. Just side to side movement with those eyeballs and walking your dog. Everything else, keep breathing, keep opening up through the shoulders, straightening the back, widening your fingers. Good, 3 more deep breaths. Good, and then slowly bending both knees all the way back down, cross your legs behind you, and then we're gonna shift our weight back. Start bringing those legs out in front, finding the center of your mat. We're gonna start preparing for Savasana. So just hug your knees into your chest, gently rocking side to side, massaging through your spine. And then roll to your left side. Take your right leg on top. And then just make a little cushion for your head with your hand or your arm. And just do little movements, or actually big movements with your top leg, that right leg, up, all the way up and back. Good, and then we're just gonna keep it back there. Look down and try to stretch out your top leg. Just focusing on that leg, keep stretching it out, breathe 3 more deep breaths. On the exhalation, bring the knees into the chest. And we're gonna start rocking. This is gonna be a little bit different. Rock all the way up. Every time that you rock up, I want you to see if you can angle your body a little bit. So that we're just gonna rock all the way to the other side with our head pointed to the other side. You're just rocking and moving until your head is pointing to the other direction. And then bring those knees into your chest. Yeah, good. Yeah, we're rocking around the room. And now we have the opposite leg on top. So we're gonna do our other side. It's a fun way to kind of just see each other. All right, now same thing with this other side. Bring it up and back. Just dynamically warming up into here. Good. And then the next time that your knee points all the way back, stay there, look down, and stretch out that top leg. Three more deep breaths. Keep stretching it out. Good. On your exhalation, come back onto your back. Hug back into your knees. We're gonna go back into that rocking and rolling thing. So now something important here, I don't mention a lot, but try to make sure your head is not pointed toward the door. So you have the doors right there. I don't want my head pointed to the door. So I'm gonna rock all the way back so that my head is not pointing to the door. So essentially, if I open my eyes, I can see the door. And then when you're back to where you can see the door while you're laying on your back, stay there in your little tight ball, crunch it in, squeeze your fists, squeeze your feet, squeeze, 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 hold for 5. Keep breathing, holding 4, 3, 2, and 1. Relax, release it out. Take a big deep breath in and sigh it out. If you need to make any little less movements to come into your Savasana before we just rest. And one reason it's just, it's a yogi thing so that subconsciously, if somebody's walking in while you're resting, you can see them. They won't come and sneak up on you. But don't worry, hopefully nobody's sneaking up on you right now. Just relax your eyes, relax your breath, relax your body. And start bringing your awareness back to the space around you, making little movements that feel good, wiggling your fingers and your toes, blinking your eyes, moving your head side to side, and then sweep your arms all the way up above you. And interlace your fingers with one of your hands and give a stretch to the palm of your hands all the way up into the wrist, into the inner arm, to the underarm. Breathe into it. And then take your other hand, wrap your fingers around, stretch out from the palm of your hand to the wrist, all the way to under the arm. Good, and release, reach both arms all the way back, deep breath in. And on your exhalation, reach your arms toward your toes and slowly start to reach all the way up toward those toes. Shift your hips side to side and just hug in to the forward fold. 3 deep breaths. And on your exhalation, slowly walk your hands up your legs. Find a comfortable seated position, whatever that means for you. You can cross your legs, you can prop back up onto your block. And then inhaling, reaching your arms up, stretch even those fingers. You're gonna take a twist, exhale, twist it down. Use your arms to help you. Keep twisting. I want you to stay on this twist for 5 deep breaths. With each exhalation, see if you want to twist deeper. And the next time that you're ready to inhale, inhaling, reaching the arms up. Exhale, twist your other way, bring your arms down to help you. Each exhalation, twist you even deeper. And the exhalation lifts your spine up even longer. Good, one more deep breath in. And the exhalation unwinds you. Inhale, reaching those arms up. Palms touch at the top. Exhale, bring it into your heart center, your thumbs to your heart. Namaste. The light in me honors the light in you. Thank you guys.